Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you now game 2 in the best of 5 series. Currently 2-0 lead for Azubu's top as this is extended series. You can see it right here, best of 5, 2-0. Slam definitely having an uphill battle to climb if he wants to take this game and move on to the next round. Focusing on one game at a time. What is his strategy going to be here on Star Station? Slam spawning as the yellow red Zerg on the bottom left-hand side of the map at the 8 o'clock position. Meanwhile, Azubu's top spawning as the blue Terran on the top right. Star Station going to be a little bit of an easier map for Slam to get up that third base just because it's closer. However, the map is slightly smaller, but this is a forced cross spawns, I believe. So he does know where his opponent already is. He's going to be able to position his Overlord in this location here relatively early in the game, and that is extremely important. You need to get your Overlords into the right spots early on in order to figure out what your opponent is doing. If your Overlords get caught in transit, as it did happen in Game 1, you tend to lose, not only do you lose the 100 minerals, not only do you lose the larva that you have to use to replace it, you no longer can get an Overlord there to scout out and figure out what your opponent is doing. Unlike chess or any other board game strategy game, say for Stratego, you don't know what your opponent is doing unless you actually scout. So, not having that bit of information may have cost Slam. We'll see if Slam is going to be able to readjust here in Game 2 as things are now well underway. It is going to be a command center first once more coming in from top. And top may have thought to himself, you know what? If Game 1 works so well, why change it? Game 1 had opened up with a fast command center followed by a barracks getting a couple of marines and then pressuring with quad hellions. After those quad hellions, he quickly transitioned into hellbat drops, and that was able to place a lot of pressure down. Once he was able to keep his economic game while expanding, while keeping Slam's economic game in check and making sure that he was actually even or ahead in economy, he was able to macro up a rather large, impressive bio army after all of that early mech. He went away from Hellbats, he went into Marines, Marauders, and Widow Mines. So that was a beautiful transition, which we may be seeing in just a moment, as apparently top is trying to give me a seizure. I don't know how, as that is a blinking command center. Okay, let's see what that follow-up play will be from Slam. Slam nowhere near as gutsy this time, not going for a third base before the 4-minute mark, as this scouting SCV may get taken down. Now, there are 4 Zerglings in this group. They are going to hop, skip, and jump their way to victory, perhaps, as the SCV could get taken down here. The reason being is that the Zerglings, only one of them can get off an attack at a time. Oh, it looks like this SCV will get taken down, or is he going to try to go back around? This actually may be the death of him. Down to 10 hit points. He should be down to 5 here in just a moment, and there he goes. But perhaps that one run around was to buy time for this bunker. Everything top has done has been for a purpose, and by getting this bunker up in time, he doesn't have to worry about these Zerglings doing a run by. Unfortunately for Slam, will Slam get the proper number of queens this time around? He is currently sitting on 2 queens and has 2 queens into play, so this may actually be a very, very good opening. 4 queens off of 2 bases, plenty of drones now being trained. He's getting up 9 drones at a time, and now he is placing down those creep tumors here. Unfortunately, we already see top going for his 3rd command center well before the Terran command center, and that really concerns me. 34 drones, 26 SCVs, as we're now looking at that 3rd hatchery finally coming into play. We will be looking at double Hellions, and I am wondering when we're going to see the armory come in from top, as we are now researching Stim. Top, it looks like he's doing a repeat of his Game 1 strategy, but this may be where he starts to deviate from it. In the last game, I thought he had gone for a faster armory to get a lot much earlier Hellions. But this time around, it looks like he may be completely skipping the Hellbat portion of this push and then changing it straight up into a very, very defensive push right now. Only sitting on 2 production buildings, doesn't even have a starport yet, and now going into a double engineering bay. This is all rather unusual for me to try and figure out what Top is doing, as he really can't train enough units to destroy his opponent. There are 4 Hellions here. You can see Roaches are already coming into play, and those Hellions could have gotten some damage onto this creep tumor, but it doesn't look like it will be coming in at all. Roaches now making their way over. It looks as though the Roaches are going to be able to protect the creep, and now it is up to Slam to try and lay down creep tumors while protecting his other creep tumors here. 6 drones now being trained. We are at 48 drones compared to 40 SCVs. Third base of Top already being established. If it wasn't for one lone Zergling who apparently is not afraid of being crushed, he will get pelted by those Gauss rifles. Is it Gauss rifles? Yes, C-14 Gauss rifles. And now he will just try and defend. Roaches are pushing themselves together here. We can see finally more barracks being placed down. Double barracks. There's a starport. It is going to be reactored starport for medevacs as the Hellions quickly come inside. Harvester count is 50 to 47. I'm not sure if drones were killed. I cannot bring up, unfortunately, the drones killed tab. This is not a standard BattleNet map, so it will not actually display. I think this is a UMS map, hence the very, very nifty countdown and logos all across the map. All right, Zerglings coming in to clean up. A beautiful bunker completed just in time. Roaches doing a good job of trying to surround here. As you can see that the SCVs are getting picked off one at a time here. SCV after SCV has gone down. Top losing a fair amount of SCVs there. Now down to 50 to 53, as it really doesn't look that good for Slam. Slam has a slight advantage, very slight, but his opponent is currently supply blocked. Top being supply blocked may just be able to train up a lot more units in just a moment, as we're still seeing an armory finally come into play. We're now going into a second factory, most likely for more Widow Mines, and also now going into what I believe is the 4th and 5th barracks. 4 and 5 barracks, it means that we will be getting perhaps 8 Marines trained at a time plus 1 Marauder. You want to make sure that your Roaches can handle that, as the Hellions now going to come in and just absolutely torch all of these drones. No, it doesn't look so. Zergling's going to try and get a good surround. It looks like it is working out. Drones now looking to come back, and they have lost a bit of mining time, but they are currently okay once again. So far, SCVs still mining away. We are now going into 2-2 upgrades. 12 drones being trained. We are at 80 drones compared to 63 SCVs. And if Top knew what his opponent was training up right now, he would perhaps strike while the iron is hot. He's sitting on 114 to 96 supply advantage. Harvester count is now 78 to 66, meaning that his army is significantly larger than his opponent, especially with a 12 supply discrepancy between drones and SCVs and what's happening down here. Scanner sweep quickly comes in, wants to see what the tech is at. Also seen a macro hatch come in. And what is Slam really looking to do? It feels like Slam is just right now attempting to macro, and if he can macro effectively, this would put him in a very, very favorable position. The problem, though, is that his opponent is now getting 2-2 upgrades already. So is he, but he's also going into a Spire. Mass Bio is going to absolutely tear apart all of these Marines. All these Marines will tear apart all of those Mutalisks, just because the Marines are very, very effective at countering Mutalisks. Marines have higher DPS. Also, they attack relatively quickly with a low amount of damage, but Mutalisks without armor will just get shredded apart. So far, 2-2 upgrades about to be completed on both sides. We are now going into drilling claws for faster burrow on those Widow Mines as well, but we still don't see a 4th base being taken. Mutalisks now coming in. This is not looking good. and it really feels as though the Infestor's fungal growth turning into a missile attack has really changed the way Terrans and Zergs interact with each other. Now that Marines and Marauders can try and pull away to dodge that attack, that has really changed the outcome of the game. Perhaps what Blizzard should do is increase the AoE just slightly, just because it is now a missile attack and it is so much easier to dodge. Here you go, Medivacs now looking to pull away. Oh, a little bit of shots there. Top losing and now being forced to recount down as we now see a Marine drop, a massive Marine drop here inside the main. Zerglings now trying to push their way in, but so far no damage has been dealt to this group. One Marine now down as another Marine, no Marine, only one Marine down still as Overseers will get taken down here. This is just a beautiful, beautiful group of Marines pushing back here. You can see that there's only one medevac though, so this may turn, this drop should be completed in just a second as we now see Widow Mines putting pressure and taking down the hatchery off over here. A new hatchery could be built, but the Widow Mines could shoot it down once again, and now with a 50 supply lead, Slam is in trouble. This may be the last game Slam plays in the TESL Season 2, as Top is just moments away from victory, I feel. He has a 71 supply advantage. He is pressuring off all of the bases. He's taking up another base here at the 12 o'clock position. He is multitasking extremely well as the Marines are just looking to shoot overlords out of the sky. Those Zerg balloons apparently not invulnerable to the rifle rounds or I guess the machine rounds of all of these Marines here. Marines now continuing to fire, gonna take down a whole bunch of these units here and still pressuring forward. It looks as though the third base will get taken down. Mass Marine, not even a single Marauder in the group as the Mutalisks are getting shredded once again. There's the GG, well played, as Gamania Slam loses in 2 straight games to go down 3-0 in this best of 5 extended series. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed the game.